Well, this is one of my favorite things to do, complete this square. Completing the square turns out to be so useful in many different ways. One is to find the vertex of a parabola. You could also find the x-intercepts. You could also use it in second semester calculus for integrating. But anyway, completing this square can be used for lots of things. So first of all, I would rewrite the function y equals, and then it starts with 3x squared. And to complete this square, I cannot have that 3 in the front. So what I need to do is divide all terms by a 3. So divide this side by a 3, divide this by a 3, divide by a 3. You get a 3 and you get a 3. So on the left side, it can't simplify. It's just y over 3. And then these cancel, so there's x squared. A 3 will divide into 15 5 times, so plus 5x. And then the negative 8/3 cannot be simplified, but I am going to move it over a little bit and just leave some space right here. Because basically we need to know what number goes right here so that we can factor. And that number comes from, you take the number in front of x, and I'm just going to do this off on the side, cut it in half, and then square it. When you do that, it gives us 25 over 4. So that's the number we need where this question mark was so that we could factor it. So that means that I need to add 25 over 4. And if I add it to that side, I need to add it to the left side as well. So add 25 over 4. And then this part can be factored, and in fact it could be factored into a perfect square. So the left side still has 25 over 4 plus y over 3. And then the part that's in the box can be factored into a perfect square, and it's going to be x plus 5/2 that goes in the parentheses. So I know that it has to be x in order to get x squared. And then whatever's in the parentheses here, that's what goes right here. So then it's factored. Then there's just a little bit more left to do. We need to solve for y. So for one thing, I could subtract 25 fourths from both sides, subtract 25 fourths. These are going to cancel. So the left side is just going to have y over 3. And then leave the factored part alone. And then all we need to do is see how much is negative 8/3 minus 25 fourths. So for that, you could get a common denominator in all of that, or you could switch over to a calculator real quick and say, what is negative 8/3 minus 25 divided by 4, and go to math and change that to a fraction, and it's negative 107 over 12. So this is negative 107 over 12. And then we just have 2 more steps. One is I need to solve for y, so I need to multiply by 3 and multiply by 3 and multiply by 3. These are going to cancel, so we just have y equals. And then leave the 3 on the outside of the parentheses. And for the last part, 3 will divide into 12 4 times, so it leaves negative 107 over 4. And then finally, I forgot what the question asked for. Oh, find the vertex, that's right. So the vertex, now that we have it factored, that's easy. You just take the opposite of this number, and that's what x is going to be, negative 5/2. And then whatever this is, that's the y value, negative 107 over 4. And then I'm just going to label it, that's the vertex, and put a box around it, and a check mark, and it's done.